So David, a 1-1 draw with Clitheroe today. Is it a case of 2 points dropped in your eyes?
Yeah. After the game, definitely. We had far more of the football. Second half, they had a couple of breakaways. First half, they had the goal, which was very well taken, and a couple of other sort of half chances. I think Tom made a good save from deflected shot. But we had, I think we had over 20 shots today. We played a Clitheroe team without Billy Priestley, without Sefton Gonzalez, and without Ben McKenna. I think we've missed an opportunity to capitalise on that. We got the balls into good areas. We played some excellent football. We showed a lot of desire and hard work and really good attitude to keep going to the end. But the quality just in the final 20 yards really, round the box, a bit of desire to get on the end of something just maybe was lacking. And it's frustrating. It's probably the same as last week. I feel we're probably 6 points worse off than we should have been had we just shown a little bit more quality and a bit more desire in some of the big moments. So yeah, overall 2 drops.
In terms of a continuation of frustration, you said about Kids Grove, and is it a follow-on as well from the game at Radcliffe where we had loads of the ball, lots of chances, just not finishing it?
Yeah, if you look at the 3 games we played in the last 8 days, we should have been 3 up against Kids Grove before we gave them a chance to get in the game. We should have been 5 up at Radcliffe midweek. We should have been 3 up today. We had Freddie's header that we put straight over the keeper. Thompson made a decent save. We had Jack's header that he put over for a free header from a few yards out, and we had Mason had a shot that he kind of got unstuck on his feet and dug out. So again, we could have been 3-0 up before they really got into the game. And we need to be more clinical. We need to be relentless. We need to kill teams off in those phases, because the football we're playing is good, but we're coming away disappointed. We've gone out of the cup and we've picked up 2 points from the last 3 games. Whilst we've been playing very well, we've got to make sure we're winning those games.
As much as you're frustrated that we've not finished some chances and dropped 2 points today, it is good to get 2 league games in a row that we've scored late goals and kept going all the way till the end.
Yeah, and what was pleasing last week, we were poor for a big spell of the second half, and then clicked into gear kind of late on and showed good attitude and nearly stole something at the end of that game. Today I actually thought second half we were probably better than the first. I thought some of the football we played was excellent. We had maybe a 10-minute spell where I thought we got a bit impatient and threw the ball in a bit early into the area when it wasn't right to, or shot from ridiculous positions. But for the last 10 minutes we actually calmed ourselves down and played some really good football. The goal came from a nice little combination out wide off the throw-in. It'd been easy just to launch that into the box. Nicky was a bit cuter than that. Built something and a bit of quality from Jack Grundy. So yeah, it's good to see us keep going in terms of attitude. It's good to see us playing the right way. But what I've said to the players is we've got to play the right way for 90 minutes. Every interview, every post-match team talk, we're talking about a bad 30 or a bad 20 or a spell where we're not doing what's been successful for us. And we need to realise that we can't get bored just doing the things that bring success and bring joy. We've got to stick to our principles. We've got to play. We've built a squad with a certain type of play. We've got to play to our strengths. It will come. I feel it will click. I'm kind of feeling a little bit disappointed that I picked up 5 games from the last 3 games. I set a target of 6. It keeps us very much in touch, and I don't think we've clicked yet. I think we've got more to come. So, there's far more positives than negatives. It's frustrating.
Did you feel that there was a spell just probably in and around the 80th minute where we peppered the goal, we had a couple of chances, then Bailey Marsden hit the bar? Did you feel at any point that we just weren't going to get the goal and we weren't going to get the points tonight?
When Bailey hit the bar and it came out at a ridiculous angle, evaded everybody, I thought we were going to lose this 2-0. It just had that feel of it. I've been there before, and it probably says a lot about the players and the character and the belief in the dressing room that we have picked up a point today, and we did pick up a point last week. Certainly, if you look back at last season, I think we'd have lost those 2 games, maybe even early this season. There's lots of promising signs around the belief and what the players are able to do themselves. And it's very little you can do at that stage of a game as a manager. I could have thrown Shane up front, I could have thrown them forward or not, but actually there's very little I could really do. It's about the players and their attitude, and you've got to acknowledge that, and you've got to be pleased with that. We shouldn't have to keep going through it.
To pick players out today, probably the one player to pick out from my eyes would be Nicky Clee. A really, really sort of dominant performance today in midfield, and his creativity sort of showed through as well in different spells. How important is he to the team at the moment?
he brings something different to the side than the other midfielders we've got, and he brings a lot of balance. It brings a lot of problems because I've got to try and squeeze 4 players who I think are all very, very good Northern Premier League players into three positions. I think we're starting to see Nicky that I thought we'd get. He controls the tempo of the game. He's very happy to receive the ball in very tight positions. He's got great feet. As you say, his range of passing, kind of when he'll shorten things up and then change it and go long. He'll dictate what he wants others to do around it. And a big reason for bringing Nicky in was to kind of rub off on the players around him. And he's seeing that, seeing JB is kind of reacting and learning from him. He's seen Bailey Marsden. I don't think Kane will learn anything new off anybody, but Kane is Kane, and actually that balance we can get in the midfield now, and the fact that we can play Nicky in there and take the reins off JB gives us another dimension as well. So I thought he was superb today, Nicky, and to be fair, he was touch and go. It was only really kind of lunchtime today we confirmed he was fit. So he missed midweek with a dead leg from the Kids Grove game. But today I thought he was excellent. He was probably my man of the match actually.
And we move on to next weekend. Prescott at home next weekend. Thoughts on that one? A team who are doing well. I think they're level on points with us now as well.
Yeah, Prescott started the season really well. They've got good players. They've obviously got a style of play that really suits them. I mean, they're going to be a really tough side and probably very different from today in terms of the questions that they'll ask. We need to be at it again. We need to be at it every game. We need to be. I think we need to be 10% better than we were today. I think we need to be more clinical. I think we need to be more consistent through the 90, and next week we'll have to be. And we'll probably need some more in midweek and on Tuesday, some of the willingness to put our bodies on the line and be brave in certain times of the game next week. It's a tough game. It's a tough run of fixtures through the next few weeks, but I want to make sure we build on what we've done. I think we're keeping ourselves in touch. I do think we need to kick on a little bit more. I think we need to pick up more points. We've got to be looking to win our own games, and we're not doing that at the moment.
And I suppose the final word today, it probably sounds stupid, but rainy, horrible, windy day, not the best conditions to come and watch a game of football, but we've turned out probably one of our best crowds of the season. How important is that going into next weekend that we get people back into the ground, getting behind the team?
Yeah, I hope people who came out today saw how good non-league football can be. And you talk about the desire and passion and blood and thunder and all those things that non-league football can be. But we've seen some quality. I thought some of the football we played today, some of the 1-2 touch passing, the way we switched play, some of the clever, intricate play around the box. I think people hopefully will have seen that and thought this is every bit as good as you see on the TV. In fact, it's even better because I can have a pint with my mates and I can get a pint. There's an atmosphere here. Plenty of dry places. The fact it was raining actually makes it better. I think the atmosphere is better because people do congregate in the main stand and at the park end, and I think that makes it feel louder. It looks a bit fuller. The fans make such a difference, and it was good that so many of them stayed around at the end, so the players could applaud them, and they could applaud the players. I think everybody appreciated how well we played, how hard we worked. If we can keep that up, I think we'll win a lot of our own games, and hopefully a lot of them fans will be there to enjoy it with us.
Thanks, David.
Cheers, Nathan.